Our first match coming up on the docket here. This is indeed a continuation of kind of the events that unfolded in the main event of Hijacked, where we had Violent Violet, as you see over on your left, taking on Olivia, the Wild Thing herself. It was an intense tables, ladders, and chairs match in that main event, but ultimately Olivia won. And in that time, Violent Violet has definitely been even more enraged than she already appears to be. She wants to take out her frustrations and her aggressions on a new challenger. And who is that new challenger going to be? Who knows? It's a secret. Now, if you've already noticed, some wrestlers that you saw on Hijacked were going to show up on Hidden Arena and vice versa. It's not brand exclusive, so you get some surprises even in this case, as you see here. Now, Spectacular Reeves, you definitely saw in the first episode of Hidden Arena, taking on the likes of Metal Valentine, which ended with both of them actually shaking hands in respect. It seems like they have quite a friendly rivalry on their hands. Maybe, dare I say, do I smell a collaboration? Do I smell a tag team? I don't know. And again, I'm not really sure what a tag team smells like. Handsome Hiro, who is someone who debuted actually on Hijacked, taking on the likes of the Wrestler of Love. It was still a good match, but unfortunately, Handsome Hiro ate the loss. And since then, he seemed rather dismayed, rather upset at the loss. I mean, he seemed to take it rather personally. But if you're wondering why Handsome Hiro's not going after the Wrestler of Love, why he's going after Spectacular Reeves, well, Hiro took a bit of umbrage with the fact that I, at one point, referred to Spectacular Reeves as a handsome fellow. Honestly, I think we're in for a hell of a match. Last time on the Hidden Arena, we also, speaking of Olivia making her secret character wrestling debut, Shoot Cowboy issued a challenge. Falls count anywhere, anything goes anywhere. He was calling somebody out for a duel. And the man who answered that challenge was none other than Al McDonald. Since he wasn't able to defeat Al McDonald, he wants to bring out somebody else for another duel. Who's going to answer his duel? We'll find out tonight. Last week on Hijacked, Mr. Football Man took on none other than Wonderful Lightning. And I have to mention real quick, Wonderful Lightning, I pointed out that he had a rather like a unicorn-based theme, and I got to admit, it didn't really hit me until later. Seeing some type of a rare creature or a mythical creature like a unicorn, even in like human form or somebody that resembles that, you got to admit it's a rather rare occurrence. I didn't really piece it together until just then. In a very interesting mix of styles, and it was a rather fun match, very back and forth, and ultimately Mr. Football Man pulled out the victory against Valiant. Now, Valiant, on the last episode of Hidden Arena, took on the likes of Slugger Armstrong and Goliath Eli, two legendary boxers, simultaneously in a triple threat match. Valiant, our resident martial artist, pulled out the victory against Slugger Armstrong and Goliath Eli. Hello, Blizz452, and hello, Mergle Beats. Man, we got everybody coming up in here right now. That didn't sound right, but you know what I mean. I've been told that Valiant especially admired the discipline and the focus and determination that Mr. Football Man displayed against Wonderful Lightning. And actually, I'm wrong. This is not the semi-main. It's the semi-main event, because coming up next, after that, Twisted Grin versus a mystery opponent. Now, this seems to be, judging from what I've been told, this has some interesting background to it, I gotta say. In the debut match of Twisted Grin, he took on the likes of Mauler. Now, Mauler ultimately did get the victory, but Twisted Grin, for quite a while, mounted quite the offense throughout the match. Despite how suspicious Twisted Grin is in general, just from his demeanor and his appearance, there was also a distraction in the middle of the match, just randomly. At some point, there was music playing on the ramp and odd, ominous red lighting, trying to distract Mauler. And I've been told that somebody really took umbrage to the overall display that Twisted Grin was showing in his debut match. He didn't seem to appreciate that Twisted Grin, in the midst of everything else, was trying to cheat his way to victory. Really trying to just deceive the audience, and his opponents, and using it all for his own personal gain and resorting to such dishonorable tactics like that. Hopefully, this mysterious opponent will indeed deck some sense into him before it's too late. And now we move on to our final match. Oh yes, indeed, this one has quite the backstory going on here, judging from what happened over the first episode of Hijacked. Dragon Punch, in his debut match, now he was indeed scheduled to have a match. I found out later that there was actually a special stipulation for his match that was going to be fitting of Dragon Punch's wrestling and martial arts types backgrounds. It was supposed to be a knockouts-only match. But it turned out that his opponent wasn't really, I mean, I'm not surprised by this, honestly, really wasn't supposed to be Dragon Punch's opponent. The guy that came out, I don't know what it was, his nameplate in the entrance and on the screen it was labeled as, of all things, Unknown C. I don't understand. Why C, though? I don't know. I've been trying to figure that out since the last time. But since this Unknown C was not Dragon's intended opponent, he was given the option to strike the match from the record. However, Dragon Punch, despite losing and his opponent not being who he expected, decided, nevertheless, to accept the loss, despite being thrown off by the fact that this was not his intended opponent. He definitely gave it everything he had regardless. And Unknown C, while he was rather intense, still gave him a fair fight regardless. You know, you could say him, sideswiping him like that with not being his intended opponent is one thing, but he still gave him a really good fight regardless. And Dragon believes that Unknown C truly beat him with the element of surprise, which he shouldn't have let get to him. And in the process, Metal Valentine approved of the honorable way that Dragon has taken this loss, and he wants to do something honorable in return. So he's challenged him to a match. But in this case, one of the biggest differences being that this time he's doing it more honorably by being more upfront about it. What you see is what you get. We're not going to be pulling anything in this case. We've always seemed to really have gotten a glimpse with Unknown C and Dragon Punch, what Dragon Punch is really capable of. I think if there's anybody who's going to really bring it out of Dragon Punch, it's going to be Metal Valentine, especially after that spectacular Reeves match he had on the first episode of Hidden Arena. All right, folks, here we go. Who is going to be Violent Violet's opponent? And I think she's even updated the gear a little bit. That's quite nice. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Making her way to the ring from wherever she now, already judging from her just her demeanor and her appearance, she's already very scary and intimidating, very threatening. But I mean, she also proved it in the ring against Olivia. Despite the loss, she still put on a hell of a fight, and I think that's just unfortunately made her even angrier. And I think she's about ready to tear into somebody. Like she said, she wants to take on a new challenge, especially since she can't get her hands on Olivia right now. So who's it going to be? I don't recognize this music, but I'm seeing a lot of rainbows in the background here. Got sparkles and spotlights? What the hell's going on here? Who is... Huh? Wait, huh? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I appreciate that, though. Ladies and gentlemen, on the way to the ring, I'm guessing, judging from the looks of things and judging from the her overall just how she's making her way down the ramp, from the gear, and judging from that name, I think we have Secret Character Wrestling's greatest supporter here in Classic Cheer It. And I have a feeling there's, this may just be her general demeanor, but at the same time, I feel like this may also be, whether she realizes it or not, I think this is also going to be something that just really upsets Violent Violet even more. Violent Violet is all business, trust me, and something like this, unfortunately, I think it's just going to piss her off even further. I think she was looking forward and getting ready to take on somebody that had a little more of a, not so much of a lighthearted demeanor. I mean, she seems very happy, very excited, very exuberant. I think she was looking forward to somebody like we saw last week with Victoria Steele even. But hey, she said she wanted a new challenger, and this is indeed a new challenger. Plus, I gotta say, looks can be deceiving. We've already shown that and proven that here in Secret Character Wrestling from the first 2 episodes. Whoa. Especially off of that tornado. Holy hell. Not only that tornado DDT, but a top rope lion salt to add to it. I guess those acrobatics are on full display. It seems I would assume, judging from, oh my God, even a move like that head scissor driving her head right down into the mat, that she has definitely had quite the experience. Whoa! Not only the distance on that. Good Lord, man. And already getting about 2.5. And this is quite a dominant display already by Classic Chariot. I mean, I think she's probably... Oh, but wait, Violent Violet is starting to fight back, trying to build that momentum. Oh, she was a little too quick on the draw. Whiffed on that grab, but she's staying on her. Like white on rice. Hits her with that drop kick off of that combo. Tombstone? Wait, no. Oh, into a lung blower. Jesus. And another lion salt, this time off of the middle rope. This is, oh God, this is crazy. Man, I think Classic Chariot is already defying some expectations. I think there might have been some people seeing the fact that she seems to be of the cheerleading variety, you know, maybe not taking her too seriously. Maybe thinking that she's, you know, just lighter fare because, oh, she's just fun and happy and cheerful. I don't know. I think that's just a front in this ring. I mean, have you seen not only just the move she's pulling off, but how aggressive she's taken it to Violent Violet, of all people. And another, if she's going to go for another one of those tombstone lung blowers. Jesus Christ. And we're bouncing off the ropes into a knee. Oh, across the jaw. Man. I have to admit, though, I do feel kind of bad for Violent Violet right now, just judging from the situation. Holy shit. Off the second rope. Shooting star off the second rope like it's nothing. 1, 2, but Violent Violet still showing that tenacity, that determination, kicking out regardless. Oh, clothesline right into the corner, and then a stomp to follow up with those massive high heel boots. That's some extra damage. Now, I'm saying this, I'm saying this with approval from Violent Violet and those who are around Violent Violet to be able to tell me these sorts of things. Well, hold on. What a nasty spin kick right to the face of Violent Violet, but she's still kicking out right after 2. I guess you could maybe even say Violent's handlers. I'm not entirely sure, but they've told me, like, what in the world is she going? Oh my God, the hang time on that flip kick. And she's just not letting up. She's just an absolute ball of energy, Classic Chariot. Wonder how she got that name. Looks like she's setting up for it. Oh, but she whiffs it, and with a kick, Jesus, almost kicking her head off her shoulders. Violent Violet is, oh my God. Look at how, you can't be serious. She's turning it around immediately, going right into that jackhammer. Right in the center of the ring. This could be it for Classic Chariot already. No, immediately kicking out after 2. But Violent Violet, she is definitely someone to be mixing her incredible beauty and her incredible power and her incredible just ferocity all together in one. Even sometimes, like, and she's one to try to not only make things look incredibly beautiful, but also look incredibly deadly at the same time. I mean, as you can see, especially with that jackhammer that I thought was just going to immediately turn this whole thing around, despite how much Classic Chariot has been really laying it into Violent Violet. We're going for a pin again. 1, 2. No. We're getting these quick kickouts after 2. I'm amazed, I gotta say. And another, oh wait, misses the knee, that exposed knee. She does have those almost knee-high socks, but the knee is still open. What the hell is this, the Glory Bomb? Wait, no, into the, whoa, into an STO. That's crazy. 1, 2. Ah, man, I thought, I'm surprised that wasn't it. And another springboard, but Violent Violet was definitely quite aware in this case. Oh, Jesus, turning it sideways. Just a nasty turn of events instead of that jackhammer going into the neck breaker. And then a spear! Almost point blank. And Violet, I think, just in the blink of an eye. No! I thought every time, that was not only a beautiful spear, that was an absolutely deadly one. Violet definitely living up to her name and definitely living up to her, oh my God, but classic cheer it, with that explosiveness, with that big spin kick again, 1, 2, 3. And, oh man, and you can see how much energy and how much, just how drained, how much energy it took for classic cheer it. This superstar picks up a huge victory here tonight, I'd say. Random, much deserved. Who's Michael? And look at this. Violent Violet walking away, dismayed.
Out of the sun.
Indeed. Violent Violet looks very dismayed. Very much akin to Handsome Hiro after his loss to to the Wrestler of Love back on Hijacked. But this takes on a different turn because, I mean, this is 0-2 for Violent Violet. This is the second match of Violent Violet's SCW career. And after such an incredible debut against Olivia, even though she lost, it was still an incredible match, and she still put on an incredible display. But I had a very strong feeling. I mean, I think she let us know through not only her words but her actions that she was very much trying to, blaze a path of redemption, taking on a whole new challenge. And unfortunately, once again, Violent Violet was on the wrong end. After all, hey, Violent Violet wanted a brand new challenger. She wanted a new challenge, and she indeed got a new challenge. And I gotta say, a hell of a challenger it was in classic Cheer It, who I believe, judging from the looks of things, is our resident cheerleader, the ultimate supporter of secret character wrestling here. Not only is she bringing the spirit just from her overall attitude, but especially just from the fight that she brought in that match. The level of agility and the level of aggression was rather unexpected, I gotta say. And she was already quite an uphill battle with Violent Violet. But as you can see at the end of that match, I mean, from how much energy she had expended, she was just absolutely worn out. But she very much earned her victory tonight. Let us start this next match between Handsome Hiro and Spectacular Reeves. Handsome Hiro making his Hidden Arena debut. We already saw him over on Hijacked against the Wrestler Love. And already you can tell, not only you can just tell in more ways than one that, I mean, he definitely seems to embody the name. He has very much already earned the name of Handsome Hiro. Refers to himself as the sample model, and he was definitely he was particularly, he was very much, you really had a burning desire to really want to make his debut here in Secret Character Wrestling, because a lot of people were very upset, He was very upset about how a lot of people were passing him by for like over a year when he was right in front of your faces this entire time. How could you pass up such handsomeness? I know I couldn't. You heard what I said. He just has that kind of effect on me, How could you not have that kind of effect from Handsome Hiro? And he's going to prove even more, just not only how, I mean, he's already from his entrance proven how handsome of a man he is, but is he going to prove how handsome of a wrestler he is against an opponent like Spectacular Reeves? I think so, after the match that Spectacular Reeves and Metal Valentine had on the last episode of Hidden Arena. We got all kinds of awesome wrestling-related Twitch people here in the chat right now, and just awesome related Twitch people and awesome related people in general. I think that sounds made sense. And here he is, Spectacular Reeves. Like I said, the man I quote-unquote dared to refer to as handsome on an off comment at one point on Hidden Arena. But he definitely had a spectacular display against the likes of Metal Valentine over on the first episode of Hidden Arena. Man, look at that. I mean, the agility on display there, on top of the size, on top of the power. And not only that, but I mean, he was taken off from the top rope even as well in that match against Metal Valentine. He's just, super strength, super speed, super agility. He's just one super dude. And already, Handsome Hiro with the opening salvo with double the atomic drops. Keeping it on the inner thigh. But then again, I mean, Spectacular Reeves, he's known as Spectacular Reeves for a reason. Oh, but with that very handsome Russian leg sweep, followed up very, very handsomely outside. Oh, quick reversal. I said it before, I'll say it again. Handsome Reeves. Spectacular Reeves can definitely turn things around faster than a speeding bull. Especially with a suplex like that. Oh, it looked like he was about ready to take Handsome Hiro over to the ropes. And Handsome Hiro is not going to let anybody affect his handsome good looks. I don't know, can he be handsome bad? I don't know. Oh, elbow drop right to the super chest of Spectacular Reeves. And Handsome Hiro already, this is going to be quite a distance. He's calling Spectacular Reeves up. Oh, come on. Oh, man, that was going to be quite a spectacular display from Handsome Hiro there if he was going to be able to pick him up off the ground like that. Now Spectacular Reeves calling up Handsome Hiro. He's like, you want to play that game? I can play it too, and I can play it even better. Whoa. What a massive flying clothesline off the top rope. Spectacular, and then just for good measure, just laying it in with those punches to his handsome face. But Handsome Hero's had enough of that, and now he's blocking the face, smartly enough. Oh, misses the punch. Oh, but Handsome Hiro gets the punch of his own. And back in the ring. Ooh. Handsome Hiro with some flying ability in this case. Over the top rope with a beautiful crossbody. Handsome. Along with that flying forearm. Quickly going for the pin. 1, 2. Ah, man. I was hoping that wouldn't be it. Now, I must say, I mean, it's hard. I don't know who to root for here. But at the same time, I do know that I mean, this is already building up to be quite an excellent match. I would hate to see it end rather prematurely like that. Oh, man. Crashed and burned. That crossbody did not pay off for him twice. Wait, Spectacular Reeves with that double arm DDT. That almost put away Metal Valentine at least a couple of times. 1, 2. Oh, man. Magnificent kick out, though, by Handsome Hiro. Am I happy I went with 2K22 instead of 2K23? Well, I got 2K22 before, like when it was still pretty new. Well, hold on. Oh, there's that massive kick from the corner. Could this be it for Handsome Hiro? 1, 2. No. 2 and almost 3/4 there, right in the center of the ring. Man, if there was ever a time that Handsome Hiro was going to lose, that probably might have been it. But I got 2K22 like pretty much when it was new, so 2K22 wasn't, or 23 wasn't a thing at that point. Now I could get 2K23, but by the way, very handsome Hurricane Rana. Handsome Kenrana. Wait, he's going for it looks like a very handsome super kick right to the face. Ironically enough, trying to ruin the handsomeness of Spectacular Reeves there. 1, 2, and a big kick out by Spectacular Reeves. The crowd chanting, "We're not worthy." I wonder who it's for. Might be for both of these guys, I gotta say. Handsome Hiro going up top with a big fist drop. Hey, that's right. Sailed very gracefully down, I gotta say. Not only does he have the style and grace, but he also has the power behind it. Oh, went to the well one too many times. Missed off of that elbow drop. Spectacular Reeves setting up with a power bomb of some sort. Jesus Christ, almost sent him through the damn canvas. Now he's getting back in that corner. He's setting up for the kick. Oh, and he gets it again, nearly knocking the torso right off of Handsome Hiro, Kentaro style. 1, 2, 3. And Handsome Hero, once again, akin to Violent Violet earlier in the night, suffers another loss, but in pretty spectacular fashion, pun someone intended, by none other than Spectacular Reeves. Now, Handsome Hero, I will say, he put on a hell of a match regardless. I honestly, I feel like, if anything, he should really, he shouldn't take this loss to heart. It's not always about winning and losing. He still put on an amazing match, according to our screen here. This match starometer, which I'm not entirely sure how that works, but yet it happens. I guess we have judges. I don't know what that's all about. But anyway, your winner, Spectacular Reeves, in spectacular fashion, I gotta say. But hopefully this doesn't, hopefully this doesn't dismay Handsome Hero too badly here. Maybe he needs to have a great fall before he can have the greatest rise. I'm not sure, but we'll see. And already here he is, our resident cowboy. We have a lot of residencies here in Secret Character Wrestling. I'm not sure why.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, representing the Outlaws from the
Yes, indeed, he is definitely. I would assume, judging from the fact that he's he's made his way from the Wild Wild West, that he's had to have been part of a gang at some point. He's had to be he was some form of a posse of some sort. I would not be surprised if he is not a lone gunman in this case. But then again, I don't know. He still seems to be quite capable on his own. Now, as I was saying, when we tried to do this match the other day, I've heard a lot of rumors and speculations, various stories, myths and legends about why indeed he's called a Shoot Cowboy. And I know I've been joking before about the name, but it turns out there's a little more to it than I thought. But I'll tell you about it in a little while, because I think we're about ready to have our next competitor enter the match. Who is this mystery opponent? Whoa. Whoa, that's kind of freaky. Everything just got really dark here in the arena. Who the hell is coming out now? What? Ian. Okay, that's okay. He goes by the name of Ian. What in the world? Are you seeing what I'm seeing? I mean, I know it's tough to see him in general. I mean, thankfully, there's some kind of light inside of that lantern. I'm not sure why he has the lantern. This is already very... I don't know. I'm feeling some kind of chill in the air right now. I'm already feeling kind of just... There's something kind of... There's some kind of sense of uneasiness coming about here. What in the... Once again, are you seeing what I'm seeing? I mean, he seems to resemble a human for the most part, but then there are just some odd features, shall we say, at certain points. I think that guy in the audience just agreed with me, too. I didn't know they could hear me. Maybe he's watching on his phone or something. The crowd is still trying to keep up the energy. He's still trying to keep up the spirits regardless, no pun intended. But yeah, this is probably one of the strangest sights I've seen so far in Secret Character Wrestling. I mean, I know I was talking about, we have some wild, wonderful, strange things coming about, but I think so far this may be the strangest. What's with those rainbow eyes, too? Whoa. Now, wow. No offense when I say this, but this is one strange-looking entity here. I'm not even sure if he's human. He seems to resemble a human. But here we go. We have our mystery opponent. I mean, and he seems to be quite mysterious already. And already he's trying to strike away at Shoot Cowboy with those classic overhand chops. You definitely saw those on full display against Al McDonald in his debut match. Well, actually, in both their debut matches. Already up on the shoulders. Jesus. A go to sleep into a German suplex with the bridge. Almost like, he almost just flew. Like, good Lord, man. What is going, oh my God. What is going on here? This is absolutely wild. Although, to be fair, I don't think it's Olivia underneath that. And then again, I don't know if that's an outfit or in a mask, or if this is just how this person, this creature, this entity is. All I know is that he just goes by the name of Ian. Okay. But Shoot Cowboy, he doesn't seem to be fazed by the slightest. Or in the slightest, excuse me. I need to use my prepositions more properly. I don't think he cares who they are or what they are, what kind of animal they are. It doesn't matter to him. Holy shit! Just sharp and aggressive and pinpoint with that enziguri springing off the ropes. Just as quick as a flash, and already, like, just absolutely superhuman, inhuman. I don't even know if it's human strength. Just on incredible display. It's like the laws of physics or whatever just do not apply to him. I mean, this is just otherworldly right now. And just repeated fist drops, Ted DiBiase style. And now I wonder, maybe, I don't know, maybe Shoot Cowboy thinks this is some kind of alien because he's applying the Vulcan death grip on him, and it doesn't seem to faze him in the slightest. Oh, wow. Sending him head over feet like Alanis Morissette. Already, I think Ian is running the Shoot Cowboy ragged here. And we're taking it to the outside. This is still false count anywhere. This is anywhere. Anything goes anywhere. This is the Shoot Cowboy challenge, the Shoot Cowboy duel. But then again, I think right now Shoot Cowboy got more than he bargained for, more than he asked for in this case, against the likes of Ian. And then again, I'm not sure what kind of likes Ian is. He's a very shadowy creature, I know that. He almost just seems like, I mean, he seems like some kind of, oh man, very Raven-esque. It's almost like a living shadow of some sort. I mean, just with how unnaturally just. It's weird. I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm just a bit confused here. I think Ian's presence might have even just like affected the LED display because nothing's showing on it, even though it's supposed to. But it looks like Shoot Cowboy has managed to wrangle him up and wrangle him in, because he is currently leading the match. Oh, and it looks like we have, oh, that spike pile driver. He almost got Al McDonald with this one. Will he get Ian with this one? Whoa. That could have been 3. That maybe even should have been 3. Wow, that was 2.99999 at least. Headlock and punch. Into a back suplex. I'm not sure if that was Ian or Shoot Cowboy with that massive wind-up grumps there. Oh, side steps like SmackDown 1 and 2, and now he's unleashing a combo very much akin to those games too. Oh, and Shoot Cowboy getting sent right into the side of the announce table. Oh, but quickly turning it around with a knee right to the side of the jaw. Now unleashing a combo of his own. In very quick succession. Into a suplex. Oh, right on the outside. Sometimes it's not about what kind of moves you do. It's just what kind of environment you're doing them in. And now, holy hell. Good Lord, man. Not only was it a fisherman suplex, but look at not only just the ease at which he did that, but the fluidity and just the speed and the amount of power. Good Lord, what a that flapjack-like maneuver there. The Diamond Dallas Pancake, 1-2. This is a very awkward camera shot. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Sometimes, don't worry, camera guy. I understand. It just happens sometimes. I'm just messing. And now we're taking it back into the ring, and the crowd is chanting, "Fight forever." Oh, and once again. Jeez, I think that was even more vicious and nastier than the last time he did it. Now, just knees right to the the outer thigh. Oh, but shoot, Cowboy giving him a taste of his own medicine with a dragon screw right to Ian's leg there. It looks like the shoot Cowboy. Wait, just as I thought he was really mounting the offense and swinging the pendulum back in his favor. Wait, he is with the reversal into that hip toss again. And kicking him down for good. You get down, you stay down. Hello, Tom Puppet. Great to see you again. You're here live this time for the continuation of the second episode of Secret Character Wrestling in the Hidden Arena. This has been a very intense and a very strange match already. Shoot Cowboy once again challenged anybody to a duel. After losing to Al McDonald last week, and he's not able to rematch against him, he just threw out the challenge, threw out the duel to anybody. He's calling anybody out. And this is who came out, or what came out. I'm still not entirely sure. 1-2. Almost 3, though. A man, a creature, an entity of some sort by the name simply of Ian. A very shadowy figure. Oh, man, and here he goes again. He opened up the match with this. I mean, he nearly just loses his own just balance just with how much force. Like, the ease and the absolute just the ease of strength and speed. It's like it's unnatural. It's inhuman almost. It's otherworldly. And here we go again with this. Oh, this move. Absolutely devastating. I'm not sure what it is, though. 1, 2, 3. And once again, shoot Cowboy unsuccessful in calling somebody out for a duel. I mean, like I said before, I know a lot of wild, wonderful, and weird and strange things happen that pass through the hidden portal in the hidden arena, but why is the referee just frozen in shock? That's odd. But I still think Shoot Cowboy got more than he bargained for. What an impressive display by Ian. I wonder what I just there's something really just odd about his presence. I don't know, but hey, he put on a hell of a match regardless, so I'll give it to him there. You know, Tom Puppet, I think you may be onto something. I mean, but then again, I mean, that's it. That's his. It's the law of the West, I guess. I don't know. It's his cowboy pride, I guess. The way they do things out in the Wild Wild West. But then again, I don't know if this keeps up. If this keeps up, he may need to call in for some backup. He need to round up his posse and maybe get some help. Regardless, the match rating-ometer has determined that this is a 4-star match, which means it's amazing. Apparently, we have judges. I don't. Maybe they're the same people that kind of just fill me in on various elements of what's going on here in Secret Character Wrestling. I don't know. Now, you're not wrong, but how many duels can one man lose before he doesn't get back up? That is indeed a very good question. How many times can you get knocked down and still get back up again? I mean, you could say you're never going to keep him down, but at some point, there's going to be a bullet that just hits in just the right spot. Who knows? Coming out first the legendary martial artist himself, representing the Dragon. It is none other than Valliant, who is currently 1-0 thanks to his victory against Slugger Armstrong and Goliath Eli.
Way to the ring from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 226 pounds, Valliant.
By the way, Tom Puppet, the first 2 matches that we've had so far that we did the other day were, hold on, can I actually remember the matches? We started off with Violent Violet versus a mystery opponent. And I will just say, this mysterious opponent was actually a surprising debut of a new wrestler. I won't fill you in because I want you to go back and watch it and get the whole experience for yourself. But the second match of the evening was between Handsome Hiro and Spectacular Reeves. Coming out next, a man who, if it weren't for my good friend Potion Fred, this may have never happened, or he would have been called something entirely different at least. It's Mr. Football Man. Running down the ramp to the ring. Is he going to score yet another touchdown tonight? After what I like to call spiking the ball on Wonderful Lightning in his match on Hijack with that big choke slam. I gotta say, the Mr. Football Man Wonderful Lightning match was probably, I gotta say, one of my favorite matches of Hijacked. It was very much back and forth. A very interesting mix of styles between the two. Also, I mentioned this before, but I gotta mention it again. It didn't really hit me until later on in the, after the show, after the week. With the whole thing of Wonderful Lightning being a unicorn theme, it's very interesting and surprising. Very rare to spot a unicorn. I didn't really register until about a week later or so. It's like, oh, hey, I get it now. It's, the rarity of seeing a unicorn, especially on a show like that. We have our first pinfall. Hopefully we see him a little more often, though, because, man, it was a hell of a match. Oh, Valiant with those quick kicks, but Mr. Football Man was quick to block. Then again, he's no stranger to blocking. Both men are no strangers to blocking, but just in different kinds of styles. Blocking means something very different, at least in terms of the kind of technique and the kind of mindset you got to have in their respective fields, but still, the same general concept, I'd say. It's something that they both can relate to rather well, just in different styles, Mr. Football Man with those repeated punches to the face. I wouldn't be surprised if Mr. Football Man also didn't have some experience in getting in some brawls on the field. They're very NFL blitz style. Oh, man, quick as a flash with that moonsault, but Mr. Football Man was quick to get out of the way, and now he's just fighting back, just clubbing away with those, just the nasty, unprotected elbows to the face, and then just slinging them out. Mr. Football Man heading up top with a big dive, elbow drop right to the ribs. Man, Mr. Football Man, despite the fact that Valiant is valiantly trying to really mount some kind of quick offense, Mr. Football Man is just quick on the uptake with being able to block and dodge. Oh, mind over matter with that headbutt and into the Rolling Thunder. Going quickly into the pin. Is this a desperation pin? I'm not sure. But, how impressive is that he was able to headbutt Mr. Football Man, complete with helmet. Wow! What an amazing show of agility and resourcefulness, but just using the ropes like that to get that just a beautiful drop kick. Off the springboarding off the second rope, calling him up. Wait a minute, it's a fake out. He's faking him out, and he's pulling him in for he lifted him up into a power. Wow, I was not expecting this. Holy shit! Going all the way as a shout out, I guess, to Metal Valentine and Spectacular Reeves, pulling a page out of Metal Valentine's book with that. Carrying him all the way across the ring in that powerbomb position and powerbombing him over the ropes. I was not expect. I mean, I got to say, Valiant is a rather strong man, but I was not expecting him to almost effortlessly lift up Mr. Football Man like that. I mean, he's a big dude, and not only that, but he has a lot of padding on him. Jesus! And he's just, thanks to the bloodometer, I think we're going to have to get a different name for that. It is determined that off of that off of that overhand karate chop to the forehead, he's busted open Valiant. And Valiant's shaking the cobwebs out. Oh, Mr. Football Man showing some Valiant behavior of his own, I got to say, with breaking the count. He's not going to let it end that way. They want it to be a fight. But I got to say, since Valiant has taken Mr. Football Man to the outside, overall, Valiant's starting to get a little more of the upper hand, especially, oh my God, with that belly to back. And still just, I mean, despite how much Mr. Football Man is just really taking it to Valliant, Valliant is still pressing on. Still showing that fighting spirit regardless. And those football cleats right to the stomach. With a submission on the outside, just trying to wear him down. You can't win outside with a submission. You can win inside, but not outside. But I think he's just trying to wear him down. Another chin lock, Mr. Football Man. I'm just kidding. We're back up to 7, but Valiant's sending Mr. Football Man into the stairs. Is this going to end in a double count out? Valiant, what are you doing? You're up to 9. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Oh, wow. This is just turning all around just at the drop of a dime, and we keep dropping dimes all over the place. Over the shoulder. Oh, the fight continues on the outside. Get your ass down. And Valliant has now busted open Mr. Football Man. Man, just the level of honor and integrity, I got to say, that's on full display. Yeah, my thoughts exactly, I got to say, Tom Puppet. Very noble, I got to say. Just for a brief moment. I think he's trying to play some mind games a little bit. But ultimately, deep down, judging from acts like those, I got to say Valliant is indeed a very noble fighter. And now he's mounting the comeback 1-2 with the clotheslines, and then a side kick, taking Mr. Football Man down. He can have all the padding he wants. He can have all the protection he wants when he goes up against the likes of Valliant. It's not going to matter. 1-2. But maybe it was enough to finally get him to kick out of that pinfall. Like, despite the level of just viciousness and brutality that's on display, there is still a tremendous amount of respect that's being shown here. Nobility that's on display. God damn, he just dropped him. Then again, that felt rather disrespectful. That jackknife powerbomb. But Valliant, pun somewhat intended, valiantly kicking out. He's really living up to his name with that kind of a kick out. It looks like he's about ready to spike the ball. Boom. This is how he beat Wonderful Lightning. But he's not done. What is he? Is he going to go for another one? Oh, I think he went to the well one too many times. Bit off more than he can chew, and other cliches. And now Valliant. Oh, those back and forth roundhouse kicks. Oh man, this could be it for Mr. Football Man. That was 3. Come on. That was 3. Going for the 2-point conversion, but it failed. Oh, that Rolling Thunder, but once again, Mr. Football Man, just incredible display of just reflex and timing. Putting the knees up for that Rolling Thunder. WWE 13, head scissors and elbow. This fight is not done. Good Lord. Oh, slamming it back down on the mat. Oh, wow. Oh my God, what a combo. Very, very Hanzo Man-esque. Especially, and just the reflexes. Just, did you see how he evaded that spiking of the ball choke slam again? That was an absolutely crucial moment, especially for Valliant, because that indeed secured him to victory. It was an awesome battle, awesome win for this young man. One of the biggest of his career by far. What a battle. And now, once again, we see, good Lord, the level of respect again after a wonderfully brutal match like that. And once again, the DualShock 4 controller's been disconnected. Even it just couldn't take it with just how intense and amazing this match was. I would have hit him. Who are these voices? In something, I mean, right out of the pages of Metal Valentine and Spectacular Reeves. I don't even know how to describe it, folks. I mean, intense is like not even doing it justice. And they gave each other everything they got. I mean, you could see, I mean, Valiant busted open. Along with the fact that somewhere in the midst of that match, Mr. Football Man got busted open as well. And just the level, despite just how intense it got, how heavy it got, the level of respect and nobility that was shown. I mean, I think that speaks even more volumes than the types of moves they did sometimes, or the heft behind them, the force behind them. I think there are a lot of actions that seem to speak louder than words, and I'm not even just talking about the wrestling moves that they did. And according to our judges, I don't know, maybe we just have some kind of like, I don't know, do we have our own Dave Meltzer or something of some sort giving us star ratings? Like, is it just some kind of wrestling journalist that we've hired? I don't know what this is about. But he, according to his or their or ratings, that this was a 4-star match. I'd say even higher than that, to be honest with you. And the potential for a rivalry is very high. All right, folks. Oh wait, now it's gone up to 4.5. I think that person reconsidered, or those people. I don't know. I don't know who it is. And yes, indeed, Tom Butler. I couldn't have said it better myself. If you want to win here in SCW, you got to give it everything you have and more. And those two men indeed did just that. Let me try that again. And these two men indeed did just that. And I'm very happy to see that after all of that, just that it ends with a show of respect between the two. And very much akin to Metal Valentine and Spectacular Reeves, I look forward to seeing them one day having another match. The fans have knobs at either point, yes or no. A few of them tried to taste the knobs, but we were told not to. So do we? Does Secret Character Wrestling have some kind of secret? What are those called? The you know what I'm talking about. The test market. The what is that freaking term? I can't think of it right now. But anyway. And here we are with the entrance of Twisted Grin. We know at least one of these competitors. And once again, yeah, I can see what this guy is saying, because even I was thrown off by this the last time. I mean, yeah, that mask is rather, creepy looking, but like, I mean, are you seeing what I'm seeing here? There's something about him that just seems a little, I mean, in more ways than one, off, and I think he actually has taken that as more of a compliment than anything. But he heard me say those comments before, but he took them very much in stride. But I mean, something seems not entirely on the up and up here. I mean, maybe that's just his genuine physique and tonality of his body, and I'm just not used to seeing such wonderful muscularity, I guess. I don't know. Such incredible physique. I don't know. Such smoothness. Maybe. I don't know. Such sculpting and tone. But something just seems off to me. So who do we have coming out? Who is this person that's taking a... No, that's not Santa Claus. That's Santa Claus. Santa Claus is coming to town, folks. Not Santa Claus, but Santa Claus. Because he's in there. I guess because he's entering the wrestling ring. I guess that means Twisted Grin has been. I guess the reason why he's going after Twisted Grin is because I guess in this case he's checked. He's made a list. He's checked it out. He checked it twice. He's found out who's naughty and nice, and he didn't appreciate how naughty Twisted Grin was being in this first ever match against Mahler. That's not what a good boy does. Ho ho ho. And maybe, just maybe, after a match like this. I mean, maybe he can try to, if he nips this in the bud and confronts this early enough, maybe he can put Twisted Grin on the right path. But already he seems to be in good spirits, Christmas spirits even. And it's July. It's Christmas in July. And there's Twisted Grin. And here we have Santa Claus getting himself, he's taking off the Santa jacket or the Slamta jacket, and he's ready to go. He's going to try to finally put Twisted Grin on the straight and narrow path here. He's going to let him know that you can't get away with that kind of deception. You can't get away with that kind of deceitfulness. You can't trick the audience like that. You can't lie to your audience and your opponents like that. That's just not right. Good Lord, that bounce off of that double axe handle from Twisted Grin. And already it's gotten him in some kind of submission. But Twisted Grin with an unbelievable display of strength. Good Lord. Power bombing him out of that triangle choke. Oh, and quick as quick as a flash. A Slamta Claus with the reversal of the crossbody. I mean, I admire Twisted Grin's effort, but I think he bit off a little more than he could chew there. Oh man, Twisted Grin feeling the Christmas spirit, all focused and centered right on his forehead. But then again, Twisted Grin is turning it right back around. Not only is it July, but it's the 25th. Yeah, that's true. We're actually August, September, October, November, December, 5 months to the day away. I wish I could. I wish I said I wish I could tell you that I planned that, but I didn't. It just worked out beautifully. I shouldn't have admitted that though, so that way everyone can believe I'm somehow a genius when really I'm not. Anyway, Twisted Grin slamming the Santa Claus down and trying to mount some kind of an offense against Santa Claus. So far, he's rather successful, but I mean, if you remember what happened with his match against Mauler, good Lord, not only got the hype, but got the torque. And Santa Claus almost didn't kick out of that thing, going to ruin a lot of children's hopes for Christmas this year. I mean, what is that going to say for Christmas? What is that going to say for all the little boys and girls around the world that believe in him if Twisted Grin beats Santa Claus in this match? Oh, needy T. But as I was saying, in the match against Mauler, I mean, Twisted Grin, it looked like for a while, judging from the amount of offense that he was getting against Mauler, that he was going to surprisingly pull out the victory. The Mauler, after just a few heavy-hitting moves, managed to put away Twisted Grin. So once again, it doesn't seem to be about the amount of moves that you do. Sometimes it's all just about the strength behind the moves that you do. Oh man, especially off the move. Whoa! Turned it around like that. Surprised the hell out of me with that quick elbow reversal. Oh, not again! Not again! What is this? Who is this? Somebody playing a joke back there? Santa, don't fall. Slamta, don't fall for it, man. I guess he's he can't believe that Twisted Grin did this to him again. Twisted, how could you do this to Santa, Twisted Grin? Do you have no heart? Do you have no soul? You son of a bitch, why? Oh, and just it's showing even more absolute disrespect to the likes of Slamta Claus. Oh, especially nearly wiping the beard off his face with that kick. But he's in the ropes. He's saved by the ropes. I think that was a sitcom in the 80s. No, wait, never mind. That would be if Saved by the Bell went to wrestling school. Anyway, but it looks like we have not just, I guess, a last ride? Or a last sleigh ride, I guess, in this case. Is he? I guess he's not near the ropes. I thought he was. 1, 2. But, wow, Twisted Grin. Very impressive kick out of his own. I thought that was going to be really the last sleigh ride for him after that. Yeah, and the Sound of Video guys, whoever's aiding in this particular endeavor, They're on the naughty list now, too. And then Twisted Grin desperately trying to mount some kind of offense with that combo. Getting slanted in the corner. Now send him to the outside. What in the hell is Twisted Grin going to go for here? Something twisted, I bet. Indeed, with a twist on the Tornado DDT in more ways than one. Wow. Oh, but Slander's like, nope. Nice try, buddy. Not even that's going to get you on the nice list after what you've pulled. And here we go again. Is that another last sleigh ride? Oh, into the, oh my God. Into the edge of the top of the barricade. Good Lord. And now into the steps. Santa busting out the toys here. The ones that I think would be very deadly for a lot of kids 3 and younger to play with. Ho, ho, holy, ho, ho, holy shit. Indeed. Hopefully me cursing doesn't put me on the naughty list. But then again, I don't know. As time goes on, I don't know. There are times I think, I'm pretty nice overall. I think I'm set. I'm good. I think I'll get gifts this year. And then Santa comes along and is like, oh wait, actually, well, there's this thing and that thing and that thing, and it's like, oh wait, that counts. And he's like, yeah. Like, you're really gonna be that stingy? Yeah. Oh well, okay. 1, 2, and Santa got busted open. Got run over by a big boot, but did not get defeated. And now a Dragon Sleeper, but he's just a little too close to the ropes. I think Twisted Grin is getting desperate. Gigantic Swanton Bomb nearly all the way across the ring. And no disrespect to Santa, but he had quite a big target to work with, to land on there. And he's taking him up as high as the chimney there with that military press slam. I wonder, Santa's visited the military before. I mean, you've seen Tribute to the Troops. Most of the time, however, it seems like, half the time, Santa seems to be, get the upper hand in wrestling situations, and half the time, he doesn't. But in this case, it seems to me like he's really been putting in the hours, really been putting in the training, especially with a big Santa Claus boot like that. And I think the tides are going to turn ever much more so in his favor. I think we're going to see a lot more of Santa getting the wins here in Secret Character Wrestling, especially off of something like this, the last sleigh ride. Is he too close to the ropes, though? No, I guess not. 1, 2, 3. I was about to say, if Twisted Grin somehow managed to kick out of that, that would have been really twisted. And even despite once again pulling that same distraction tactic, that underhanded distraction tactic that he used against Mauler on the first episode of Hijacked, it did not work out in Twisted Grin's favor. And Slamta Claus making sure that he gets not only just a lump of coal, but a lump in his head. I have to admit, though, I think even despite this, I mean, if he didn't learn anything from Mauler, I don't know. Slamta did give him seasons beatings here, but we'll have to wait and see. If he hasn't had his moment of realization after losing to Slamta Claus, then I don't know what will. But let's rematch and find out. No, I'm kidding. But your winner in his debut match, making his way all the way from the North Pole to come on down through the hidden portal of the hidden arena of Secret Character Wrestling in an amazing match, according to our judges. I guess they're judges. Maybe it's just one person. I don't know. Maybe it's a computer program. I have no idea. Maybe it's AI. That's a thing that's really been going on lately, and it's topical. So maybe I'll just say it's, I don't know. It's a secret even to me. That is an interesting theory, though, I must say. The C. Yeah, I wonder, I wonder if there's something that maybe I need to go back. I mean, I've been editing the videos. Maybe I need to go back and take a closer look at, maybe just the match, the entrance, something about Unknown C to maybe get some kind of idea, some kind of glimpse as to what the C stands for. Maybe it was right in front of my face this entire time, and I was just baffled and confused and bemused by the whole situation that it flew right over my head. I don't know. But you know who's right up in front of your face right now?
Is a 2 out of 3 falls match.
Wait a minute.
Making his way to the ring from Pittsburgh.
I didn't realize this. The commentator just mentioned this as a 2 out of... I'm being told that this is a 2 out of 3 falls match. The reason why, once again, this was set up not only between the competitors, but just officialized, is that a word? By the higher-ups, I guess. To once again really accommodate to the, he wants to, they want to do it in the style that Dragon Punch really seems fit and accustomed to here. We're going to at least have, we're going to have some, you know how I joked about having rounds in the last match with Dragon Punch? I guess we're actually having them this time. This could potentially go 3 rounds. A scenario and environment that I believe Dragon Punch knows all too well. I mean, I'm being told that Metal Valentine proposed this particular setup, and obviously Dragon Punch approved. I have a feeling we're going to be in for a hell of a match here. Especially, I got to say, with an even more focused and an even more invigorated Dragon Punch this time around. I mean, I think we only saw just a tenth of the power that Dragon Punch had in his match against Unknown C. I think we're going to see it in even more full display in a tremendous fashion against the likes of Metal Valentine. Oh, already. Choke slam into a sit-out powerbomb. Metal Valentine not playing around right out of the gate. Taking it up to 100 just immediately with 2 different styles of powerbombs. And then again, akin to David Otunga and Michael McGillicuddy, Metal Valentine is all about the power. He has the power indeed. 1, 2. And don't worry, that was not subliminal messaging with the number showing up on his ass like that. Oh, now he's just laying it right in. Hello, Platinum Serpent. Once again. Another classic face showing up here. I'm not fixing the chat box. You're fixing the chat box. Al McDonald is not on tonight's show, especially since after his victory against the likes of Shoot Cowboy on the first match of Hidden Arena. He's taking a bit of a break. Well-deserved rest from his victory. But Al McDonald will indeed return one day soon. Maybe even on Hijacked, who knows? Oh my God, dropping him down right onto that metal shin guard. Knee to the neck. Well, judging from the kind of just powerful, dominant display he put up against Shoot Cowboy in his debut match, not only just in general, but also from the fact that he won in a falls count anywhere, like anything goes anywhere style match against Shoot Cowboy. I would not be surprised if that's indeed the case. I even said that there's a possibility that Metal Valentine and Spectacular Reeves, 2 of the most powerful powerhouses we have in this company, should be on the lookout for him after a match like that with Shoot Cowboy. Back and forth we go. Oh my God. Springboard off the ropes with a clothesline to the back of the head. A little payback for earlier. Man, that's quite a distance, Dragon Punch. And I think even he realized that. And now he's bringing it up close and personal. Over the shoulder into the top of the turnbuckle pad. Once again, this is a 2 out of 3 falls match. We're having some rounds here. What? Oh my God. I guess maybe the agility factor wasn't as much of an issue as I thought. He just needed a little more preparation. Oh my God. Nearly kicked his head off and sent it flying into the front row for a fan to have a rather violent souvenir to take home with him. Jesus Christ. Double axe handle, but in this case the handle is made out of metal. And it looks like we're getting into a crucifix powerbomb. Oh my God! Almost sent him over the ropes. And then, and a bicycle kick, I believe that was. Right in the center of the ring. This could be it. We could have our first fall. No. Metal Valentine almost won the first round. The Dragon Punch quick to get back up, avoiding those nasty metallic knees. And now get caught up in the move that started the match. That sit-out choke bomb. Future world champion Al is, eh? I would not be surprised. So far, it doesn't seem like we've been really introduced. We don't seem to have introduced championships into this. But if we do, if we're going to at any particular point, good Lord, he's taking Dragon Punch for a ride. Knee after knee after knee. Just that sharp metal knee going right into the small of the back, over and over. That's just nightmarish. Oh man, what an uppercut! Nearly taking his head off. 1, 2. Could this be the first fall? No. And Dragon Punch can't believe it. Oh, that's awesome to hear. Thank you, Platinum Serpent. Wow, absolutely beautiful moonsault. Dragon salt in this case, but only getting to 1. Now, as beautiful and effective as that was, I think it's going to take a little more than that to put away Metal Valentine. And especially, man, actually, from the look of it, it seemed like he was pulling a page out of Spectacular Reeves' book. That's what Spectacular Reeves did to him. Oh my God! I've seen that kind of move before. I'm surprised he hasn't busted it out more often. It was like a fireball right to the chest. Oh, quick to block. Don't forget to use your block. The crowd already chanting "Fight Forever." We haven't even had our first fall. Wind up in the pitch. Nearly knocked it out of the park. Double kill. And a powerbomb deadlift off the mat and sending him almost through it with that powerbomb. Jesus. He brought the thunder and then dropped him down like lightning with that powerbomb. Oh, and head first, face first, nearly putting a dent in that faceplate. Jesus, he is not letting go and he's not letting up. Thank you all very much for being here, by the way. You're not only if you've been here throughout the night, but especially if you're here for the main event. This is already lining up to be something absolutely spectacular. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did he just steal Metal Valentine's move? I think he did. You thief. Pulling a page. Like, not only doing something that Metal Valentine does, but maybe even doing it even better in this case because he just got the victory. Beat him round 1. And that fireball right to the chest once again. He's looking for another quick victory. 1, 2. Wow. Excellent indeed. I think you're on the right track with that soundbite, particularly Tom Puppet. And even still, the hand is extended and the hand is grabbed. We have a handshake. We have some respect. We have a lot of respect going on here. Absolutely. Indeed. Tom Puppet, I couldn't have said it better myself. A flawless victory here for the likes of Dragon Punch, blazing away at the competition. I mean, he hit him twice, right in the chest, metallic chest plates, with those fireball-type punches. And just also all those devastating uppercuts. He's a very well-rounded fighter, I gotta say. He's definitely rising up the ladder here. About ready to take on the big boss, if we even have one in this case. Man, what an absolutely amazing match, folks. Thank you very much. That was the main event of episode 2 in the hidden arena of Secret Character Wrestling.